What's up, my brother? Welcome to week 4 of Trust Me, Bro. How you doing tonight?
Good evening, brother. Doing good, man. How about you?
Doing great. Just wrapped up a double header of Monday Night Football. Let's see, we
Yeah.
had the Jets taking on, gosh, who were they playing?
Miami Dolphins.
Miami. That's right. Miami ended up beating them.
The Dolphins of
Jets looked
Miami. They
awful.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did, man. They looked lost. I mean, they had a few good plays, but other than that, man, it was a Miami show.
yeah,
They made
agreed.
Miami look good.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, I thought Miami defense was pretty bad so far this season, so I kind of expected the Jets and the Dolphins to go out there and put up some points, kind of like what we saw last night with the Cowboys and Packers. Not quite to that degree, but at least I
That was a
expected at
hell of a
least.
game.
Yeah, it sure was, man.
Yeah. I
Outstanding.
mean, sucks to see it end in a tie, but man, that was
Yeah,
back and forth. I loved it.
yeah, me too, man. Yeah, tie is better than a loss, so I guess we'll take it. It's
Yep.
better
Yeah.
better than.
And better than that Bengals game too, man. Like that
Hmm.
Bengals just lost.
Oh yeah, yeah,
They
that
just don't
was.
have anything going.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah, yeah. Ever since Burrow went down, man, their season just in the toilet. So
yeah.
I was surprised to see they were 2-1 going into this. I don't know how they managed to win those two. I know they won that first game with Joe by a really
Yep.
close margin, I think, against Cleveland. What was that, 17-16 or something like that? So.
Yeah, and then they won the next one when Joe went down.
Hmm.
Browning came in and looked good. Like he was actually
Yeah,
doing pretty good. And since then, it's been awful. Like, that line is
yeah.
terrible. It's not good.
Hmm. Yep. So how'd your matchups go, brother?
All right, man. 2-2. Won
Okay.
a couple games where I needed some wins. You know, ruined my undefeated season, but had Tyreek go down
Yeah,
in that one.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that hurts. Probably be out for the season. It's tough. How about you?
yeah.
How'd yours go?
3-1.
There you go.
Yeah, ended up pulling off. I had let's see, two on the line tonight. I needed points from Fields and from Chase Brown. Fields got me 39 points, and that one is skewed to the quarterback, so it's a little bit different scoring than what you normally see. But
Gotcha.
Fields ended up taking care of business. He had that 50-yard run for a touchdown and threw at least one or two, so ended up working out pretty good. And had Chase Brown going. He didn't do much or nothing, but ended up winning
Yeah.
my matchup. And then in the other one, I was holding off Chase and um, Cortland Sutton, and the person I was playing didn't
Yeah.
score enough points, so ended up winning that one too. So all worked out.
Nice. Good job, brother.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Thank you, brother. So yeah, we are. Like you said earlier with Tyreek Hill, man, we are just getting hit hard this early. Only 4 weeks
It
into the
is.
season, man. So we're down Tyreek Hill,
Yep.
Malik Neighbors IR.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb, he's out with his high ankle sprain. Obviously not IR for the season, but missing games.
Yeah.
Mike Evans, same thing, hurt his hamstring, missing games. He'll probably miss two or three. Xavier Worthy, he already missed games, and luckily he's
Yep.
back. Jaden Reed, IR for the
Yep.
season.
Yep.
Najee Harris, IR for the Chargers. George Kittle went down week 1, so he's still
Yep.
got a few more games to go. Jalen Warren was a surprise scratch on Sunday morning, running back for the Steelers.
Yep.
And then, of course, we both know James Conner out IR, and
Yeah.
Aaron Jones IR, Tyrone Tracy IR. He might come back. Same thing with Jones. Eckler IR out for the
Yep.
season. And of course, you mentioned Joe Burrow, done for the season. Well, I don't know. I guess they're saying he's going to come back in December, maybe. But
Yeah. Yeah. Probably a little too late. He probably won't.
yeah,
Probably won't. And probably shouldn't.
no, no,
The way
exactly.
this thing's looking.
Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson hamstring. The coach was saying today that he definitely would not have been able to go back into the game. A lot of people were saying, well, maybe because the score was down by 3 touchdowns, but
Right.
you know LJ might miss a little bit of time. Cooper Rush might have to take the field the next game.
Yep.
Brock Purdy been dealing with a ton of injuries. He came back. It looked gimpy through a few picks, I believe. Jaden Daniels, out hurt for a
Yeah.
while. He should be coming back, but Justin Fields missed a game with his concussion.
Concussion. Yeah.
Yeah, back looking pretty decent, and then of course JJ McCarthy, out for a bit. So
Yeah. Golly,
Yeah.
man, that's a ton.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
a
man.
ton.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. Well, a lot of these are big names, and we're only 4 games into the season. So let's.
I know. I'm afraid for this season, man. Like it's
Mhm.
just it seems to be hit after hit, and it's not stopping. We lost some good ones this week, like you just mentioned. Some
Yep.
good ones last week. So yeah, I think this is gonna be the year the people that win the championship are the people that are good on the waiver wire.
Yeah, exactly, brother. And you and I both have that strategy of grabbing those
Yep.
backup running backs now, so that way you can be prepared.
Yep.
So get those Easter eggs on your lineup, and hopefully they'll hatch. So.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Love it.
let's talk a little bit about the waiver wire, who we see out
Cool.
there. We're going to start us off with quarterbacks, and so I'm going to share out who I'm looking at this week. Matthew Stafford. I actually picked him up in the league that I've got Jaden Daniels out. So Jaden Daniels was ruled out on I think a Friday afternoon. So I went ahead and grabbed Stafford off the waiver wire. Impressed by his performance. Threw for 375 yards and 3 tutties. So ended up scoring me a boatload of fantasy points, and was a good game.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. Yeah, he went off this last week.
Hmm. All right, so let's move on to the next quarterback. Who do we got here? This is one of your guys, right?
Yeah, yeah. Sam Donald. I mean, kind of the same performance over the last 3 weeks. He's starting to really catch on. I think in that Seattle offense. 242 for a touchdown, ran for another 24 yards. Last 3 weeks he's been in the 20s. He's got Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, and Houston coming up. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think he can definitely continue that 20-point streak here for the next 3 games before his bye.
agreed. Yeah, he's a serviceable game manager, reliable quarterback you can count on for 20. I actually started him last Thursday night, I think it was. I started him in the league that I had JJ McCarthy, and so he went on, out for the past 2 games.
Yeah,
So I just stuck him in my IR slot, and I've been starting Sam Darnold, and happy with the production. 20 plus, he's doing good. I like it.
nice.
Next up, who else you got? Gino.
Yeah, Gino, kind of a carryover from last week. Talked about him last week when he went off for
Yeah,
36. Another 17, but I think Indy's getting in some of those high scoring games. Tennessee, like that defense that whole team's kind of shaky. So,
yeah,
I feel like he can go on a little bit of a run here and you know get you up in the 20s if you need a QB in the pinch.
yeah. I know he
Only
was
10% owned. What do you got him at? Like, oh, he's 53. Wow.
53 on the Yahoo
Yeah.
side, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know the only thing concerns me is those 3 INTs. I saw him on the press conference taking accountability for it, so he's going to work on it and hopefully cut down on the INTs. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean Matt Stafford just put up a ton of fancy points against the Colts, so let's see if Gino can do it
That's
too.
right. Yep.
All
Keep it
right, well, let's
rolling.
move on. Yes, sir, brother. Let's move it on to the running backs. So I've got Kenneth Gainwell out here. I was sleeping in on Sunday
You and
at
me
your
both.
place, and I
Yeah.
didn't get up. I'm thinking until about 8:45. So I missed the worm. I wasn't the early bird, but
I
somebody was the
know.
worm, and they got 31 fantasy points out of Gainwell Sunday morning. He rushed for 99 yards on 19 carries, got 2 tutties, and 6 for 6 on his targets for 35 yards. So yeah, somebody was able to strike gold with Kenneth Gainwell at that last minute scratch with Warren out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like you said, sleeping in didn't didn't catch on to that one, but definitely would have. I feel like I could have
Yep.
used him in a couple leagues and could have changed the outcome a little bit, my brother.
Yeah, me too. I wish we wouldn't have stayed up quite so late and got set the alarm for 7:30 because we would have been able
Yeah,
to grab a good running back here. I could have used him instead of Chase Brown tonight, and I would have played him. So,
yeah, yeah.
yep, live and learn. 30 or 23% rostered. So we'll see what happens with Warren. He's got a knee, so we'll see if that's a multi-week injury or not. So
Yeah, they got a bye coming up, so it's
okay,
not rushed to the waiver wire for him. But um,
yep,
the way he performed,
yeah,
it's gonna
he
be
earned
hard
it.
to keep him on the bench. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. We know him from the Eagles. He was always a
Yeah,
pretty decent running back up there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
All right, next up, I've got Kendre Miller. This
Yeah.
guy, I think he caught our eye when you and I were watching games together yesterday.
Yep.
Uh, week 11, or I'm sorry, week 4, he had 11 carries for 65 yards plus a tutty, only 5% owned. And AK's been not quite his usual self this season. So if anything happens to AK, or if they trade him, or whatever happens, this guy could be all right. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think he just passed the eye test for us. We kept
mm,
on watching that Saints game and seeing number 5 pop up.
yep,
So, um, it's kind of who's this guy? And
yeah,
it's Kendre Miller is who this guy is.
hmm,
And yeah, he looked good, man. He looked good for us. So,
definitely.
um,
Keep an
I
eye
think they'll
on him.
get. I think they'll continue to work him in. I mean, the Saints. I mean, we were also talking like the Saints look a little better than we thought.
Yeah,
We thought they were
exactly.
just going to be absolute garbage all year and worst team in the league, and they're looking decent, putting points on the board, moving the ball. They got
Yep.
the Giants coming up, who, surprisingly their defenses look pretty decent recently,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
um,
Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
yeah, for sure.
All right. Next up, we got one of your guys, Craig. Who we got here?
Yeah, yeah. This guy's name is Tyler Algier.
Hmm.
Um, he's got a bye coming up. He's not one I'd rush out to the waiver wire and grab, but I think he's somebody to throw on your bench.
Yep.
We just talked about all the injuries that are happening. This is a great fill in if something happens
Bijan.
um, to Bijan.
Yep. Totally.
And
Very capable.
we were talking about he's still not bad even with Bijan in there.
Yeah.
So it looks like every other game. So maybe this next one, sit it out.
Yeah.
He's
Bye
getting double
week.
digits about every other game. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Bye
Um,
week coming up. So that'll be our sit out game. And surprisingly, Buffalo, you can run on them. So
yeah.
that might be a
Yeah.
decent game.
Yep.
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 All right. Next up, we've got let's see, it's Ricard White, and so this is another guy. I actually picked him up off the waiver wire on Saturday morning. I put in a claim for him in my
Yeah.
neighborhood league. Bucky's a little hurt right now. The coach mentioned that Bucky's got a knee, so obviously I don't hope anything happens to Bucky. But if that's the case, you know, White might get the carries next week against
Yeah,
Seattle. So
yeah, man. And he's a good one. Like you throw him in there and he catches without Bucky in there.
yep,
Rashad White will probably catch 8 balls for 60 yards on top of
yeah.
what he runs.
That's right. Yeah,
You know,
he's a good third
so
down back, catches a lot of
yeah,
balls.
yeah,
All
really is.
right.
So he's a good one.
Okay. Next
All
up,
right,
we've got
let's
one of your
go.
guys,
Let's
Woody.
go with this guy, Woody Marks. Woody Marks. I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that he is the dude in Houston. Sure looked like it this last weekend, man. We were watching that game.
Yep.
Grabbing a couple tutties, one on the ground and one through the air. 4 catches for 50 yards in the tutty, another 69 yards on the ground and a touchdown. So he's looking like he's taking that backfield, man. Chubbs ain't what he used to be.
Yeah.
That just is what it is. When you have that many knee injuries, just not as productive. And there's nobody else there really to take this job.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
they seem to really like him. So I think he's definitely one to go out, and he'll probably be a lot of people's waiver wire pick.
Oh
That
yeah. Well,
31% is going to be up to 61.
31%. Yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
going to be the number one pickup this week. So yeah,
Yep.
get your claims in for Woody Marks. 2 touchdowns,
Yep.
solid
Absolutely.
day. All right. Next up, let's move over to wide receivers, brother. I've got
Yeah.
Dubs, and so I actually played him in I think like DraftKings or something like that. So anyway,
Okay.
he balled out. He got caught 6 of 8 targets for only 58 yards, but he scored 3 tutties. So it looked fantastic against Dallas D. So he's got a bye coming up. We'll see if he can keep that rolling.
Yeah. I mean, so far so good. You mentioned Reed's out for the season, so
Hmm.
next up, it's him and
Yep.
Golden and maybe whoever else I forget, but
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Wicks.
yeah,
So
looking
all
good.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Bye week coming up, so you might be able to get him, after the waiver wires run. So
Yep.
only 40% in. All right. Next up, Craig, who you got? Oh, here we go.
That is
Romeo
why
Dubs.
he had 3 touchdowns.
Yep. Yeah.
He's easy to spot in the end zone.
That's right. Love had no problem seeing him with that ginormous helmet. Yeah.
Freaking dude from Spaceballs, man. It's hilarious.
Yep. I love it.
Uh,
All right. All right. Next up, the Turpin. I know we talked about him a little
yeah.
bit last week.
We sure did, man. And like this point production is not good compared to
Yeah.
um, what he's been doing. Also, in leagues that you get return yards in, he's
Hmm.
pretty solid. He's a good returner.
Yeah, he
So
is.
watch out for that.
Yep.
I noticed in the League of Champions, you get point 0.1 per yard,
Yeah. So
which
a
is
point for every
ridiculous.
10 yards. Yeah, exactly. A point for every 10 yards. So if he gets 100 return
Yeah,
yards, there's 10 points. Yep.
yeah, exactly. And so he can rack
Yeah.
that up 30 yards at a pop. Like
Yeah.
every return almost. So
That's right.
some of those high scoring return yard leagues, his value is way higher.
Yep.
I'm going
He's
to talk
yeah.
about another one, by the way, here in a second.
Yeah,
Just very
he
similar to
had
that.
that fantastic catch. We're right on the sidelines towards the end of the game, so he looked great.
Yeah, and he was wide open for a
Hmm.
walk-in touchdown, and Dak missed him.
Yep.
So like he's going to get his looks. He's out there. They're trying to get him the ball. So
Yeah.
I think he's one. Absolutely, don't use
Yep.
a waiver wire pick on him, but look for him out there after waiver
Hmm.
wires are done.
Agreed, brother. Only 15% owned.
Yep.
All right, let's
Yep.
move on to Wandale Robinson.
Yeah.
This is a
Again, solid.
pickup. Yeah, only because of neighbors going down.
Yep.
Wandale could step in as the wide receiver one. So,
Yep.
all right. Next up is your guy, Luke.
Yeah. Luke McCaffrey, man, I was actually looking at him. I'm kicking myself for not just grabbing him and throwing him in my lineup. When I had McLaurin get scratched, and he was not going to make it in the lineup this week.
Yep.
This only shows 10.10. I was talking about his return yards in League of Champions. He had 30 points.
Hmm.
In another league
Wow.
I have, he had 17 points
Yeah.
and 18 in another. And it looks like you got 10 in this. And this may be very low return yards, but touchdown
Yeah.
in the last two games. This also is a product of McLaurin being out. So, and also backup
Agreed.
quarterback with Mariota. But
Okay.
I think he's one to watch out for. I don't know really who else they have besides McLaurin. They're maybe some dude named Brown or something like that. But
Yeah,
I think he's an
Debo.
up and comer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Debo's Derek
Debo. Yeah. Yeah. You're
Carey,
right.
and
You're right.
then Luke.
Yep.
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 All right. All right. So that's it for wide receivers. We're going to try to wrap this up in 2 minutes. So let's get on to
Let's go.
Taysom Hill. He was they opened up the 21-day practice window for him. So we'll see. Only 2% owned.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, this is Darren Waller. I like it, brother.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns
Darren
tonight.
Waller. Well, man, 2 touchdowns. First game back from um, whatever it was. His retirement and trying to
Yeah.
get back in the
Yeah.
league. But I mean, looking good. We talked about Tyreek
Yep.
Hill going down. This is a guy that could absorb some of those targets.
Yes. Fantastic, brother. Yeah, 2 touchdowns tonight. So let's see where it goes. See if we can keep it rolling. All
Yep.
right, let's roll through some of these defenses to stream. Arizona, they've got Tennessee Titans coming up. Could be a
Like
good
it.
one.
Yep. Love this.
Yeah, you were just talking about streaming against the Bengals. So here we go.
Yep.
Detroit, Rock City. They just rocked out on Cleveland for 27 fantasy points. Got
Yep.
Cincy coming up. So it's slam dunk. Next up, we got KC going up against Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
They're 56% rostered. We'll see.
KCB's
Um,
defense look good, man. I like it.
yeah. Yeah, last one is Miami D against Carolina. Teeing off against Carolina. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
I like it too. Spencer Schrader is a kicker to watch out for, man. This guy's looking good. Dubs in all games this year. Look at that. He's
Yep,
definitely getting his opportunities to kick some field goals, some extra points. He's got Vegas coming up next, so definitely want to throw in your lineup.
I like it. Next up is Jason Myers. This is one I brought to the table. Pretty solid point total so far. No less than 8. He's been getting you 8, 9, 17, 14. Could do you well. Jason
Yeah.
Myers, Seahawks.
Yep.
Next up is Cardi, who's you brought to the
Yeah.
table, brother.
Cardi. Yeah. Double digits last two games. That Rams offense seems to really be moving the ball, so I like him in that.
Looking good. All right, last one is
Yeah.
Matt Gay.
Here's
Looking
your
pretty
money one,
solid.
man.
Yep.
This is your money one. Yep. This is
Yeah.
this is your dude right here. He's double digits in the last couple games, 18 points last game. He's got the Chargers coming up. The Chargers have given up 11, 12, 9, and 7 to kickers so far this year. Um,
Yes.
so I feel like they're ripe for a nice field goal game here in this next
All
game.
right. Looking good, my brother. Well, that wraps it up. And so we're trying to do an express edition tonight, staying under 20 minutes. So Good luck with your fantasy leagues this week, and we'll be back at you next Monday night. I think we'll do a guest appearance because you'll be on a cruise.
That's
So,
right, my brother. Yep.
all right, my brother.
All right. Good luck.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in to Trust Me Bro Fantasy Football. Bye bye.
See ya.